Hello everyone, and welcome to this holiday Vinyasa flow sequence. We're going to start this sequence seated, so if you've got a yoga block you can grab one of those, otherwise a couple of folded towels will do. Take your comfortable seat. Just close your eyes or gaze at the floor in front of you. And just start by noticing how you feel. Through the body. Just noticing the sensations that are present in the physical body. Watching the breath now. Moving in and out of the body. As if the breath were breathing you. Floating the hands up to the heart in prayer position. And setting an intention for your practice. And then we'll take an Om to open. Inhale through the nose. Releasing the hands to the knees and inhale, bring the chest forward, bring the gaze up. Exhale, rounding the back, tucking the chin and the tail, pressing back through the shoulder blades. Inhale, look up. Exhale, press back. Keep moving with the breath and just starting to wake up through the spinal column. Seeing if you can allow the breath to be your leader here and the body follows. Last one. And then floating back to center. Inhale, reaching both arms up. Exhale, side bend, drop the left arm down, reaching over. Inhale, center, reaching up. Exhale, side bend. Finding some space in between the ribs. And just flowing with the natural rhythm of your breath. You don't need to overbreathe here or force anything. And then last one, completing the round. Back to center, inhale. And exhale, floating the arms down. Coming onto all fours now. Spread the fingers, really press the whole palm to the mat. Get the knees under the hips, then tuck the toes and press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to the mat. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward dog. And just keep moving through this sequence with the breath. Each inhalation inviting in fresh energy, and each exhalation letting go of any tension or anything that's been troubling you. So using this, what will be a rather familiar sequence for those of you who practice with me regularly, to just check in with the breath and start to find that synchronicity, that unity of body and breath. And then finishing the round that you're on, And meeting in downward facing dog. Taking a few moments here, a few breaths in downward facing dog. Lengthening the tail up towards the sky and letting the crown of the head descend down so there's a softness in the neck. And you're not crunching up the shoulders. So you're giving your neck some freedom there. And then sweeping the right leg up as you inhale. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge variation. Hands to the knees or hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale it through. Low lunge. And downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, shoulders over wrists. And then exhale, lower. And inhale, your back bend. You can take baby cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do that again. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. You can always bring the knees to the mat. Inhale, your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. This time coming up to crescent lunge. So keeping the back knee lifted. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Bring the arms down, exhale. 3 more. Remembering again your intention for why, or whatever it is you're dedicating your practice to today. Finishing the one that you're on. Inhale here. And then exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale it through. Crescent lunge, rising up. And then straighten the legs as you inhale. Exhale. Softening through the face and the shoulders so that the arms really just float on the breath here. Trying to isolate the power and contraction through the legs, but keep the upper body soft. And then as you exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. We'll take another vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing here to check in. If you'd like, you can take child's pose. Or if you're feeling like you've got a bit more energy, you can drop the forearms down. Creep the toes towards the elbows. For dolphin. Or of course, stay in downward facing dog. If you're in dolphin and you'd like to challenge yourself further, lifting the elbows a couple of inches off the mat. Some kind of turbo dolphin. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Coming through a standing sequence now. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Warrior 1, inhale. And then exhale for warrior 2. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale. 2 more. And then folding over into a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. If you have headstand in your practice, now's the time if you'd like to take a tripod headstand and bring that inversion in, you're more than welcome to. And then starting to come up as you inhale. If you're in headstand, come on down. And then walking the hands around to the other foot. We're going to come up to warrior one, inhale. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse or peaceful warrior. Exhale, one more. And then bring the hands down either side of that front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to the mat. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. And then slowly walking the hands towards the knees and coming up to sit with your legs out front. We'll take a gentle twist, wrap the left arm around the knees, inhale, right arm up. And exhale, bring the hand behind you, twist, looking back over your right shoulder. Starting to slow the breath down. One more breath, inhale here. And then as you exhale, float back through center. Switching arms, inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, twist. Last breath here. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Bring the knees out wide, soles of the feet together. If you were working with a blanket before or a block, you can add that back under your hips if you find that's helpful. It probably will be. And just allow the knees to drop out to either side. You can take a hold of the tops of the feet. And then inhale to draw the heart forward. And then exhale to fold. Starting to slow the practice down now, so allowing the pose to rise to meet you here. And just watching the breath. Softening through the jaw, the neck, and just letting the head drop. Taking one more breath here. And then inhale to come on up. One more pose before we make our way down onto our backs. So we're taking Paschimottanasana, the west stretch. So straightening the legs out in front of you. You can pop a blanket underneath your hips again, or if your hamstrings are quite tight, even a rolled blanket underneath the knees is helpful. And then inhale here, reaching both arms up. And then exhale, folding at the hips. Sending the breath to wherever you're feeling tightness, if it's your hamstrings or maybe the lower back. And allow the breath to create a sensation of more space in these tight muscles, even if it's just a millimeter. One more breath here. And then inhale to come on up. And make your way all the way down onto your back. You can pop a bolster under your knees or a blanket under your head, whatever you need in order to feel completely comfortable here. So once you arrive on your back, just ask yourself, am I comfortable? And if the answer's not quite, just make any adjustments you need, it's worth it. You might like to pick your head up and just take a look down the body to see if you're in a relatively straight line. And then feeling the top of your palate, the roof of the mouth. And feel that top palate descending back down towards your throat, softening the tongue. Allow the teeth to slightly part with the lips just closed. And breathing in and out through the nose. Of course, if that's not comfortable, you can breathe through the mouth. But ideally, breathing through the nose. Checking in with the hinge of the jaw, making sure that's released. And feeling into the eyeballs and just allowing them to sink back in the sockets toward the back of the skull. And allowing yourself to rest now. We're going to be here for a few minutes. It's an important part of the practice, so just settling in. And drinking up this relaxation and a sweet moment for rest. Deepening the breath now. And lengthening the exhalation. Starting to bring some movement back into the fingers and toes. Ankles and wrists. And then slowly reaching the arms up above the head for a full body stretch. You can open the mouth and see if there's a yawn. And then rolling over onto your right hand side, taking a moment to pause here in the transition, not rushing yourself. Allowing this process of waking up to unfold. And then supporting yourself with your hands. Slowly making your way back up to your seat. You can take your block or your blanket. And then just in the same way that we started, you can keep the eyes closed or gaze at the floor and just feel into the body, noticing how you feel. Observing any changes to the body, mind or breath. And if there's no change, that's okay too. We just observe, rather than being attached to any outcome. And the hands float up to prayer at the heart. Acknowledging the intention that you set for your practice. And then you might have the same intention, or you might like to set a new intention for the remainder of your day. Whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you're going. If there's one quality that you could take with you into your day, what would it be? And holding that intention with you. And together we'll take an Om to finish. Inhale. Bowing the head, thanking yourself for making time to practice today. And I'll see you again soon.